Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I'm Mark. I'm having so much fun. I can't stop laughing.
And I'm Krista, and it's funny, we started it and then my upstairs neighbors immediately started stomping, so that's why I was kind of smiling.
They're like the fourth member of the podcast. They're like New York at Sex and the City.
Yeah, because of course, third member is Wilson.
Of course.
Who is back this week, so.
He is.
He's napping.
He is. He's like, guys, I'm going to need y'all to cut it short this time. Last time we ran a little long. I heard about it. Mm-hmm. People are complaining.
Yeah, he wasn't here to stop us.
Yeah, he didn't curtail it.
So I blame him for this.
Yeah, we should all blame him for us going long. It's not our fault. We can't help ourselves. Well, we're back with possibly a shorter episode this week, theoretically.
I think it will be shorter. We don't have as much to cover. We're covering like one thing.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't know how many things.
Yeah. And even when I was editing last week's podcast, I was like, I still forgot to talk about stuff. Like, I wanted to talk about how I couldn't believe Vision didn't show up in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, really? What's he doing? He's just off somewhere.
Yeah, there was something else that I was going to mention, or I started talking about it, and then I was like, but I'll talk about that later, and then I just didn't talk about it later. I don't want to go into it right now, because I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It has something to do with the person that, if you haven't watched the movie and you don't want spoilers, you may not know that person's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there were still some things that we
missed some
didn't
stuff.
cover, but whatever, it's fine.
All right.
We covered so much that I think it's okay.
That's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We're focusing on today. Any new news we need to go over before we get into this? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
If there is, I don't remember it.
I don't think so. I think we covered stuff last week that was like, we covered like the whole Doctor Who thing.
Yep.
And yeah, as far as I know, there's nothing else.
All right. Well, then let's just go ahead and get into it.
Okay. We
watched the second Fear Street movie, 1978.
That's correct.
All right. At summer camp. It's been so long since we saw the first one, I had kind of forgotten everything from the first one. Like, until we saw, like, that little montage at the end, I remember the people.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I kind of miss Simon. And you're like, who's Simon?
Who was that again? What does he look like? Yeah.
Oh, boy. There was a short little thing at the beginning to kind of catch you up. Like a previously on Fear Street kind of thing.
But it was just, like, intense.
It showed, like, the deaths of all these people. I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
There were so many more deaths in this one.
Yeah.
It was...
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so if you listen to us talk about the first one, you know that I have read Fear Street books. Mm-hmm. They were written by R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
That was, like, growing up. That was one of the series that I sometimes read.
Mm-hmm. Were they this violent?
No.
This was real violent.
This was so violent. Yeah, it was surprisingly violent. A lot of times in the books, there wouldn't even be someone murdered. Mm-hmm. It would be like, oh, there's a ghost that's after me, and it wouldn't actually be a ghost, and everybody would be fine, and, it was a hallucination by this person who thinks that their friend is alive, or thinks the friend is a ghost, but actually they're, like, manifesting it in their own head, and because that friend died in a car crash 3 years before or something, and now they're just kind of going insane. And
this is a straight up gore fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, there might be a couple of murders.
Yeah.
A couple of people get killed. Maybe, like, up to 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people got killed in this.
It was quite a bit. Had them all lined up in front of the thing. So
It was
a lot.
A lot. At least 8.
Yeah, probably.
9, I think.
Yeah.
Nope, maybe more than that.
Probably.
I don't know, it was a lot. Because I forgot about some of them. So, yeah, it was like 10, maybe up to 10.
Yeah. So, strap in.
Yes, there was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. I guess we can start from the very beginning.
Sure.
It's a good place.
So, in the last... Well, let's start
just
from the beginning.
Talk about the whole first movie.
In the last film, they tried to get in contact with C. Berman because they knew that they had survived that she had survived earlier, like in the 70s.
Right.
The whole witch thing.
Yeah.
And they tried to call her and left her a message and everything. And then at the end, she called back and tried to give them some advice or whatever. And so we start off with her. Mm-hmm. And she is basically just locked inside her house all the time, I guess.
Yeah.
So she's...
And it's Gillian Jacobs.
Okay.
Who was on Community. I really like Gillian. She gets on Comedy Bang Bang sometimes. Very funny. And she's drinking Jim Beam straight.
Yes.
Which I had videos in the past where I drank Jim Beam straight and it was the worst experience of my life. Yeah. I hated it. It's terrible.
So yeah, she's drinking it straight and then she's eating like just microwave mac and cheese. That's her dinner.
Yeah.
And she has all of these clocks, all of these alarms set. Mm-hmm. And each one is set for different things. So the first one goes off, it's dinner time. Second one, she needs to check the locks.
Yep.
So she checks each one of them like a couple of times. Then the next one goes off. She needs to feed the dog, whose name is Major Tom.
Major Tom.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
And then it shows she's got like a calendar that tells what day it is since the whole thing happened. So she's on day 5,937. Mm-hmm. So.
Yep.
She goes to bed and she forgets one of the locks.
Yeah, lock on the window. Mm-hmm. Doesn't lock
kitchen
all
window.
The way.
And she starts hearing somebody outside. There's like flashlights. She gets up. She's puts the dog away like in a closet. She's like, get in here, Major Tom. I'm like, yes, keep that dog alive.
And we don't see him the rest of the time.
No, and I assume he's fine.
Yeah, because he's probably been through this before.
Because like this whole part of this thing is like a frame story.
Yeah.
So, and we don't see the dog again.
Right.
We're just going to assume he's okay.
Yeah.
We have nothing to say that he's not.
That's right.
She is kind of hiding from the lights and everything because it's like a flashlight or whatever. And then somebody starts crawling through the kitchen window.
Yeah.
She pulls them in. There are some lights shining in people's faces.
Yeah, she's got a knife. She's going to stab them.
Yeah, but it's Dina. Dina from the first movie.
Right. Who got stabbed in the stomach last we saw her.
And she is completely fine.
She is fine.
She's like, yeah, I'm good.
Stabs, just like if you get stabbed like once or chopped, like one guy gets chopped in the leg later. Yeah. And he's pretty much fine later on. Even though like that would put you down pretty hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a weird
And someone else had a bone sticking out of the leg and they were just kind of hobbling a little. Like, I don't think so.
Whew. Anyway. So it's Dina and her brother Josh is there. I forgot what Josh's name was.
I didn't remember.
So I had to look it up. They show up and she's like, you called us. We're the people who were trying to get in touch with you. And she's like, oh, okay. So they take her out to the car. They have Sam, the girlfriend, tied up in the trunk of the car.
Yeah,
she's
possessed.
Like, get that out of here. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Y'all need to run away really far. Mm-hmm. Just get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yep.
And they don't, though. Nope. They're like, we need help. So they put her, they tie her up in the bathroom. They tie her up to the radiator or something.
Yeah, they do.
And they're like, okay, she's good for now. She's just in there growling, as demons do. Mm-hmm. And they're like, tell us a story. We're going to sit on the floor like we're in kindergarten. And you're going to sit in the chair and just tell us what happened at Camp Nightwing. Mm-hmm. So she starts off, it was July 12th, 1978.
Yeah.
And then we flash back, of course, to Camp Nightwing.
Yep.
And you see...
Stranger Things girl is running. Mm-hmm.
Her name is Ziggy.
Ziggy Stardust.
I guess she's real big into
Bowie.
Bowie, yeah. There's a lot of... I feel like there's several... Maybe it's only one Bowie song. I don't know. There's a lot of music in this. I can't remember what all was playing.
There is a ton. Their music budget was...
We got some Captain and Tennille.
Yeah. It was a ton of stuff. There was Carry On My Wayward Son.
There was Cherry Bomb.
A lot.
Yep.
Yeah. This was like the Suicide Squad level. The first one. Mm-hmm. Music.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But we have her. She's running through the woods. Someone seems to be chasing her, and they catch up to her. It's Sheila. Sheila is...
a jerk.
Yeah, she's a big jerk.
Yep.
And she's like, we're gonna string her up because she's a witch.
Yep.
It's like, okay, just because she stole something from your cabin doesn't mean she's a witch.
Stole $10 or something.
Yeah, she stole $10.
Yeah.
And so they this girl burns her with a lighter.
Yeah.
It's like, you're calling her a witch and you're
psychotic.
doing something like this?
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with you, Sheila.
Yeah, those kids are pretty messed up.
Yeah, so anyway, but they're stopped by Nick Good.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to rescue her, I guess.
Who I'd forgotten was in the first movie.
Yes, yes. The older version of Nick is in the first movie. He was the sheriff.
Right.
He's actually the guy who killed the killer in the first movie at the very beginning of the movie in the mall.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And then he ends up talking at like the rally and all that stuff. Doesn't show him very much, but
yeah,
he does like interrogate the other characters, I think.
That's right.
But yeah, that's him. He's there, but it's a young version of him. He is a camp counselor, but it's like his first year as a counselor, I think.
Yeah, he's the first year.
And then there are several other counselors. You have. Let's see if I can remember who we have.
I don't.
So we have Nick, of course. There is Cindy Berman, who is Ziggy's older sister.
Right.
And her boyfriend, Tommy Slater.
Yep.
Those are the only two that actually have first and last names, other than Nick Good.
Yeah.
There's Alice and her boyfriend, Arnie. There's Joan.
Oh, yeah, the annoying druggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Joan and Gary and one more whose name they did not say, but I thought I wrote it down.
Who was the guy, like, rallying everybody?
Uh-huh.
God, that guy was terrible. I really thought he was going to have a bigger part in this movie.
But he did not.
He really did not. Yeah. We just see his butt for a bit, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, you're just here for your butt.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh my gosh. I cannot find. I feel like I put his name somewhere, but if I did.
Call him Keith.
Sure. I probably have it down somewhere, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, what happens?
So, yeah, they bring him back. We kind of get introduced to everybody. Mm-hmm. They're scrubbing the toilets. Yes. There's a bunch of moss on the toilets they're trying to get off.
Cindy and Tommy are scrubbing the toilets.
Yeah.
And she's like, I thought we were going to have help from the other counselors. Mm-hmm. So she goes off. She's like, I'm going to go find them. And she walks in and Alice and Arnie are sexing it up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And
it's bad luck for them.
And they put their pants on real fast.
They did. It was like a
split
what
second
are y'all doing?
later.
Pants.
Yeah, it was like, nothing, we got pants on. It's like, you did not have pants on a second ago.
Yeah, because they did a very gratuitous butt shot of the guy, and there were no pants even near that butt. So I don't know where he got those pants from. I don't know. So magic pants. The 70s were crazy.
I guess so. So yeah, she's like, don't be doing that. Don't be sexing and don't be drugging.
No drugs and sex.
No drugs, no sex.
This is camp.
And she walks out and the blonde guy comes up and he's like, I smell a weed.
Yeah.
And he's like, that better be a skunk. And then she's like, it's not me.
She's like, okay, so chill out, bro.
Chill out. Yeah, exactly.
And that guy, he told Stranger Things girl, Ziggy, that that's 5 strikes, you're out of here. So she had to go call her mom or something, go see the nurse. But, I mean, she never did. But,
she never did call her mom.
Yeah, she definitely went to go see the nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, okay, he says something about 5 strikes, you're out or whatever. I feel like they said it was the first night of camp, but it's surely not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe not.
You're not going to have a color war like the first day.
Yeah, I would think not.
That's like a mid-camp thing.
Yeah, I would think it'd be closer to the end of camp. I don't know. But
yeah.
Anyway, I thought they said first night, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. So maybe not.
I don't know.
Hopefully not, because if so, what were they thinking?
Seriously.
Anyway, so yeah, Ziggy goes to see the nurse, and it's Nurse Lane, and she's not there at first. She's like, she walks around, she sees her desk, there's a book on her desk, it's like a diary kind of thing, and it has the witch's mark in it. Yeah. And she's like, whoa, what is this? Yeah. Then Nurse Lane shows up. She's real creepy. Mm-hmm. And she's not too creepy at first. She's kind of creepy.
I mean, she's creepy that she does a little jump scare surprise.
Yeah. And then
what are you doing?
Yeah. And then she's got she sees the burn mark. And she's like, here's some ointment. Put it on the burn once a day for 3 days. Mm-hmm. And she starts wrapping it. And she's talking about her daughter. And she's wrapping it tight. And Ziggy's like, you're hurting me. Yeah.
Apparently her daughter had been killed. I mean, not been killed. Killed some people.
Her daughter was Ruby Lane. Yeah. Who was in the first movie as one of the killers who came back.
Was she the knife girl?
The knife girl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. She was sexy knife lady.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was her, because she said, she wanted to be a singer, and when she comes back, she's always singing.
Oh, yeah, she is, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. So that was her.
I got a question.
Okay.
Who hired this nurse?
I don't know.
Also,
she needs some therapy.
Yes.
In the first place.
Also, is she the only adult at this camp?
It seems like
because these camps were not run this way, right? I feel like all like the old camp movies in the 80s and stuff are like, we have teenagers running the show.
I feel like even in the original Friday the 13th, there was one older guy, because he was like the uncle of one of the counselors, and he was like the one who ran the
even
camp.
Still, I figure you'd have more than one person.
Yeah, I mean, he was
like, who's cooking? True.
I don't think he was around very much, but I'm pretty sure he was at least there.
Yeah.
I mean, the only camp movie that I watched a lot as a kid was Heavyweights. So, and they had the
Ben
guy,
Stiller.
They had several.
They did,
several older people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they even had a camera guy, because Tony Perkins has to have a camera guy. We need to watch Heavyweights. I loved that movie so much.
That was a good movie.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was great.
But yeah,
but there are
it's so weird. There's no adults.
The nurse, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're like, here, we're going to just put some teenagers in charge and let them just take over everything.
Yeah, that's the worst idea.
I mean, even like the cops show up eventually to take Nurse Lane away.
Yeah.
So it's like, would they not be looking around going, where are the adults?
Who's watching this place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's talking about her daughter and everything. And Ziggy's like, okay, cool, I guess I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'll remember to put that ointment on. And she gets out of there.
Yeah.
And
don't blame her.
Yeah. And Nancy? Why did I say Nancy?
Very Stranger Things.
Well, her name is her name Nancy Lane? No, it's not.
Who are you the nurse?
The nurse.
Oh,
I don't know what her name was. All I have is Nurse Lane.
Yeah, something Lane.
I was thinking Cindy.
Yeah.
But for some reason I said Nancy. I don't know. Anyway, Cindy, Cindy and Ziggy meet up, and they're kind of like, they have some animosity going on between them. And they're, let's see, I can't remember. Ziggy's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Cindy's like,
they have a bad history.
Yeah.
Their mom drinks. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cindy's like, keep yourself in line.
Yeah.
But yeah, their dad left them, and their mom started drinking.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like on their own.
Oh, Cindy, she needs her to stay in line, because if she has to go home, then they have to pay for her to be there. And that cuts into the college fund and all that.
Yeah, because Cindy wants to go to college. And Ziggy's like, you're never going to get to go to college, right? And she's like, you're never going to get out of Shady Side, because nobody leaves Shady Side unless they die.
Yep.
And even then, do they actually leave?
Do they?
Probably not.
Probably not.
So yeah. Then we have Cindy is cleaning the floors with Tommy.
Yeah.
And she goes back to
Tommy's cleaning.
Yeah, she goes back to get she breaks her sponge.
She's real mad.
She is
peeved.
And she just breaks it in half, and it's like, okay, you can still use that sponge. It's not like it's unusable.
Now you have two sponges.
Now, exactly. Now you have one for each hand, and you can just go scrub, 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 scrub.
Everything's fine.
But no, she has to go find a new one. So she goes in the back. There's like a shadowy figure at one point. She comes back out. There's a knife drawer open. So she's like, ooh, that's creepy.
Yep.
And then she goes back in. She's talking to Tommy. And then suddenly Nurse Lane walks in.
Yeah.
She's hiding a knife behind her back.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
Your name was on the wall. And she attacks Tommy.
No matter what, you're gonna die tonight.
And she attacks Tommy, and Cindy's just standing there watching it like, I'm not going to do anything. So
I mean, she's in shock.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's kind of insane.
But I mean, she sees the knife, I feel like, in her hand before she gets to him. She could have said, Tommy, she has a knife. Brace yourself. You know? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you never know what you're going to do when you're in that situation.
I guess so. Anyway, Nurse Lane and Tommy fight a little bit. He throws her off. She hits her head. And
he hits his head.
Oh, yeah, he hits his head on something, too. Yeah, because he's like, oh, my head.
Bloody. Well, the back of his head.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just back. Anyway, so they're like, well, that was interesting. Guess we better go to this little color war thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ambulance comes and hauls her off and all that.
Yeah.
And Tommy's flustered.
Yeah.
But they're still like, we gotta do the color war. I know there was an attempted murder, but
I mean, come on.
Let's do this. It's color war, baby.
So,
That's insane.
So they give
This is why we need adults here.
Yes. So they give out their shirts, and of course they're color-coded shirts. Mm-hmm. So Shady Side has blue, and Sunnyvale has red.
Why are they dividing them up in the towns? That is the most ununified camp. What camp is this? I don't understand.
I don't know.
What if you only have like a few from Shady Side that year? You're in trouble.
I guess so.
Good luck, Shady Side.
I mean, do they really care if Shady Side
Probably
wins?
not.
No, because Sunnyvale always wins.
Yeah.
And so that's what that guy's up there. He's like, yeah, not Shady Side, Sunnyvale, we always win. Yeah. And then John comes up there and she's
murder them.
Yeah. And then John comes up there and she's like, oh, she's like so like hidden flower child kind of person. And she's like, well, just do the best that you can and everything. And they're just like, get out of here, Joan.
You stupid Joan, go away.
So yeah.
And some of the kid actors are kind of messed up when he's rallying the red team. Some of the blue team's like, oh yeah, good job. Yeah. Let's go red.
It's like, oh wait, that's not our team.
Oh, he wants to murder us.
It's like,
never mind.
I rescind that clap.
This camp is intense. It's just capture the flag, bro.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing capture the flag. That's like, because I guess Color War, there are several different events, games that they do. So the first one's going to be capture the flag. So that's what they're going to be doing that night. Tommy seems to be not all there at this point. Yeah. He's just kind of like zoning out a lot. Mm-hmm. And they're all like, Tommy, what's up? And he's like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
He's hearing whispers.
Yep.
Fire's talking to him.
Nothing weird going on here.
Everything's good.
So they're like, I wonder what was wrong with Nurse Lane. We should go to her office and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So they get in there. They find like a bottle of pills.
Yeah, an unmarked vial of pills.
Yeah, and so they're like, oh, she must be on drugs because of course she is.
Drugs made her go crazy.
Oh no, not the drugs.
Of course the druggies are like, let's pop these pills, baby.
Heck yeah.
Let's see what she was on.
Exactly. And they're like, I'm not feeling anything.
Yeah. He's like, well, L484, what is that?
I have no idea.
I feel like I remember what that is.
Yeah, so they keep going, but they also find the diary that has the witch's mark on it.
Yep.
And inside the diary, there's also a map. Mm-hmm. That might lead them to Sarah Fear's house. And of course, Sarah Fear is the witch.
The witch
that has cursed the town.
Yep.
So, then we have Ziggy. She's got some red paint. She's mixing up.
Because the Sheila and her little lackeys, they broke into her bunk and wrote a bunch of really messed up stuff on her about her being a witch and other things. Mm-hmm. Were pretty messed up.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm gonna get her back. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my revenge, Carrie style.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Nick comes in there, he's like, oh, you're gonna pull a Carrie?
Yeah. You know Carrie.
Wow, we both like Stephen King.
Wow.
Oh, wow, this is so awesome. And so he's like, I've got a better idea. And so they go into like there's like a place with snakes and spiders and all these like, it's like, why do you have this at the camp?
Apparently that was a big deal back at camps in the days.
Oh, okay.
Because they would have like exhibitions where you could see a bunch of creepy crawlers and stuff. Okay. I looked up a lot of like, were there adults at camps in the 70s? What was going on at these camps? And they're like, you kids love to come out and see all the bugs and lizards and snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, so yeah, they go in there. They're walking around. They're still talking about Stephen King and everything.
Yeah.
They're just bonding, I guess.
They are. They're falling in love.
Yeah. And then we have Alice. She has the map. And she's leading them through the woods to try to find Sarah Fear's house.
Yep.
And they figure that the nurse was looking for Sarah Fear's hand because she cut off her hand. She cut off her hand at Satan's Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that she could start the curse on the town or whatever.
Yeah.
And they think that if they can reunite the hand to the body, then the curse will end.
Which they figure is at the hanging tree, since that's where she was
That's where she was killed. So surely that would be under
the body. We're good.
Exactly. So they're like, well, maybe we can find the hand of Sarah Fear. So they're going to try to find it. They find the remains remains of the house, which is basically just a cellar.
Yeah. They also found a bunch of different graves around. Yeah.
Yeah, there were...
Somebody had dug a bunch of graves.
Dug a bunch of graves, yeah. They were just open graves.
Yeah.
Because that's when they realized, oh, she was looking for the hand. That's all the places where she was digging.
Right.
Because there are like little X's on the map in all those little spots. So they go into the cellar. There are candles and witchy stuff everywhere.
A lot of witchy stuff.
They're like, ooh, this is cool. Well, Alice is like, ooh, this is cool.
Alice loves it.
And Arnie's like, yeah, this is real cool. And then Cindy's like, I have a bad feeling about this. And Tommy's just like, oh, my head. The whole time.
Yeah.
So then they also find inside another room that
they crawl under a little thing.
Yeah, there's a witch's mark on the floor. No.
Oh my, and a candle lit in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And then Tommy, of course, doesn't go in there with him, which is weird because he's just like, I gotta hang back, man. I gotta
got
like
this headache.
Yeah, I need to just stay back here. I mean, which honestly, he should have stayed with them because guess what? The drugs were Tylenol. He could have got rid of that headache.
He could have. Everybody was headache free in that hall except him.
Yeah, because Arnie's like, oh man, I just figured it out. It's acetaminophen. It's Tylenol. It's like, oh, okay, good job for you. So he's like, well, I'm gonna go see what Tommy's doing. Yeah. So he starts walking out, and that's when they find Tommy's name is on the wall after Arnie walks out. Oh, Alice is looking. She's like, Cindy, you have to come see this. They're all of the names of the killers from the past. Ruby Lane is on there.
Oh no!
All these different people, and there's Tommy right there at the very bottom.
There's Tommy.
So we realize that the nurse was trying to kill him before he could become a killer.
Yep.
So she was actually the good guy.
She's trying to save others.
Exactly. And she didn't do it. She couldn't do it. She
didn't.
Messed up.
So Tommy got an axe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, where did this axe come from? Where did his...
There was a bunch of stuff in that
You know what?
shack.
I want to know, where did his flannel jacket come from?
He had a flannel jacket?
The whole time that he's a killer. Or maybe it's a flannel vest. But it's something flannel.
He had that vest the whole time.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because I remember when they...
He had like a yellow shirt and a flannel
he had the
vest.
I remember the yellow shirt. I just didn't remember him putting the flannel vest on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Anyway, so...
Because I thought it looked dumb the whole time.
Yeah.
Before he became a killer.
Yeah, but then he gets an axe also.
Yep.
And he kills Arnie.
Yeah, just straight in the face.
No.
A couple chops in the face.
Yep.
But he didn't feel anything because he was on acetaminophen.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I'm like, well, talk about a splitting headache.
And then I left.
Yep. And I watched the rest of the movie by myself. So here's what happened after. So yeah, he kills Arnie, and the girls come out and see his dead body. They're like, no, he killed Arnie. They run back in. There's another little secret passageway that they crawl through, and Tommy's coming after them, but there's a cave-in. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, oh.
And it caved in right on top of him.
Caved in on top of him. He's dead. We're good.
We did it.
And then they hear...
Yeah, still breathing.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Wilson was there.
Like, okay. It's like, okay, Darth Vader. So yeah, he's still alive. They're like, it didn't kill him. So yeah.
But they can't go back that way.
Can't go through that way, so they have to find another way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see what Ziggy and Nick were cooking up.
Yeah, for Shayla.
Yeah, for Sheila. For Shayla. So yeah, Sheila gets a love note or whatever from somebody. It's like, meet me in...
I think it's from him.
Maybe.
Will was his name? No?
What guy?
Who was Will?
I don't know.
Maybe it was Will. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe Will was the blind guy.
Maybe. Anyway, it was somebody trying to lure her somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like, meet me in the bathroom. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna get some. And it's like, in the bathroom? Girl.
It's camp. You do it wherever.
I guess so, but I mean, come on.
Everywhere's gross at camp.
Just go out in the woods if you're going to do that.
That's pretty gross, too.
Yeah, but I don't know.
At least you know where everything is in the bathroom.
Still gross.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she goes in the bathroom. There are like rose petals or whatever leading like through the door. Flowers.
It really did it up.
Yeah, so she gets in there. She opens up one of the stalls, and there's a little another little note for her. She opens it up and it's like, look up or whatever.
Look up, it's the witch, baby.
And then there's a bucket full of, it's not just roaches. Yeah. Because there's spiders and stuff. There. But yeah, it's bugs, a bunch of bugs. There are a bunch of roaches, some spiders, and they all just fall on top of her. And
they got them together real fast. I know they have that critter hut.
Well, yeah, it was obviously from the critter hut.
Did they have just a whole box of cockroaches in there?
I guess
There's a lot of cockroaches.
I don't know.
Whoever's in charge of that's going to be real mad.
Oh, yeah.
They lost all their bugs.
Well, they lose a snake at some point, too.
It's true.
So anyway.
Did anything happen with that snake, by the way?
No.
What the heck happened with that snake?
I can't remember what happened with that snake.
Anyway, we'll move along.
Yeah, I guess it ran away at one point. I guess, like, because all this other stuff was happening. It's like, you know, I'm going to get out of here.
Y'all are weird, man. I gotta go.
It's like, there's somebody killing people. I gotta get out of here. But that snake part comes later. Anyway, so yeah, there are bugs everywhere. She's screaming. She tries to run out, but of course they have locked the door. They put like a screwdriver in the lock so she can't get out. And so she's freaking out, and they're like, "Ha, we did it!
Got her!
We got her!" Oh, yeah. So there we go. Then down in the caves, they're looking at the map and or at the diary or whatever. They realize because they get into a little fight.
Because
Alice is like, he killed Arnie, and Cindy's like, yeah, well, I told on you for whatever. I don't even know what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
It didn't matter.
They get into a stupid little fight. Yeah. And Cindy's like, well, I'm going this way. Don't follow me.
They did a lot of backstory in this movie that I did not care about.
Yeah. And so then she walks off, and then suddenly Alice is there, and she's like, I told you not to follow me. She's like, girl, you went around in a circle. Don't even. She's like, a circle?
I know circles.
Ooh, there's a circle in this witch's mark. Maybe the witch's mark is actually a map to the underground area.
Yeah, because it erodes the soil or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because it goes into the ground or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, they realize that the cave is actually a
big old witch's mark.
Yeah. So then, of course, Tommy is out there. He's ready to kill people, other than Arnie, because he's like, I killed Arnie. Now it's time to kill somebody else.
Yeah.
So he wanders off, or let's see, what happens?
Does he kill the girl?
No. The first one he kills. Oh no. This one was awful. I hated this so much.
Yeah.
So there's this cute little nerdy boy, little pudgy boy named Jeremy.
He's watching the jail.
He's watching the jail, and he's got like
captured other.
Yeah. So he's of course from Shady Side, and there are some of the Sunnyvale kids have been captured.
Yeah.
Somebody they distract him or something and get those
kids eggs at him.
Oh, that's right. He opens the door and they threw eggs at him. I forgot that.
It's even worse. He got hit in the face with eggs all over his glasses.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So, they hit him in the face with eggs, and then they get the people out of jail, and he's there by himself.
Yeah. He turns around.
And he's like, hey, Tommy. And then he gets chopped to pieces. And it doesn't show it, thank goodness, because it's very rare that you can see kids being actually killed in a movie. Thank goodness, because I did not want to see that.
Yeah. Honestly, the kid killing really bugged me. I hated it.
I did not like that.
I have this.
It's you can kill these teenagers all you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But come on, poor little innocent guy.
Little kids,
little nerdy guy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I have this, I feel like I got real traumatized when I was a kid. Because I, stumbled upon a movie channel. And they were showing some movie. I have no idea what it was. But it was, this ranch house. Two guys pulled up in a pickup. And it was, some women were running it. And there were a bunch of kids. And they sent the kids upstairs. And all the kids, lined up on a bed, waiting. And so those guys just came in with guns, killed those women downstairs, walked upstairs real slow, opened the door, and just killed all those kids. And it traumatized me.
No wonder.
I turned it off, and I was like, I've never tried to look for what that movie was. Ugh. I don't want to know, but it still, haunts me.
Yeah.
And so just watching this, I was like, oh, man, I don't.
Yeah.
This is not fun horror, you know?
Yeah.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
And that's not the last one.
Yeah, it's not.
So, then, let's see. At that point, I was just like, oh.
Yeah. Then they eventually find that body.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh crap, we gotta, everybody get to the...
They're like,
we need to get to the main hall here.
Yeah. So Nick and Ziggy are back in the reptile room, whatever it is. I don't know. They're being like real flirty and everything. And she's like, you like Stephen King and something else. I forget what it is. Oh, spiders.
Yeah, something like that.
And the, what was it? The weird girl from Shady Side. And he's like, yeah, but I can't do anything because I'm a counselor and you're a camper or whatever.
Which he's like a year older than her.
Yeah, because she's like, yeah, but this is my last year as a camper and this is your first year as a counselor, so it's not that big of a deal. And anyway, they flirt a little bit more and they kiss, and it's like, okay, I don't really care, but sure. Yeah. Whatever. I'm like, I don't care about any of this romance.
I just watched a kid die. I'm really not interested in your little romance here, guys.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm traumatized right now.
I'm reeling a little bit.
So they back down in the cave, they're wandering around, and they find this room that has blood on the walls, and there's like this huge beating heart looking thing on the floor. Yeah. And they didn't stab it.
Yeah, after seeing Tommy go crazy, and there's a witch or something, and you see stab that thing.
Yeah, stab it.
Set it on fire.
Yeah, do something.
She's got a lighter. Yeah. Because, she's got a lot of doobies. So
exactly.
Let it on fire. Stab it.
Yeah. Kill it somehow, because... Don't just sit there and go, oh, this is interesting, and touch it.
Yeah, she touches it and then has
she has visions.
Visions of... Yeah. She sees what's-her-name all cut up and stuff.
Well, first she has visions of all the killers in the past. Uh-huh. And then she has visions of, all the people, I guess, that are victims. About to be victims.
Were those two little girls killers?
I don't know.
Oh, that didn't have eyes?
See... I thought that those were victims, but I don't know.
I thought those were victims, too.
I don't know.
Okay. I just didn't remember seeing the killers, I guess.
Yeah, it showed the killers first, because it was all the ones from the other movies. Okay. Because there was that kid with the mask kind of thing. Yeah. It was all those. So yeah, she sees visions, she starts freaking out, and she just runs off. Yeah. And Cindy's like, hello? Yeah. And as she's running, she falls, and she breaks her leg, and it was another, and I was just like,
Yeah, she's the one who the bone went through the leg. Oh, gosh. Yeah. And then they eventually, said it, but I don't think you're setting it very well.
Cindy, do you really have medical know-how to do this?
That's dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of medical... Don't follow the medical practices of this movie. Yeah. Just by the by.
So, I guess at this point they have found Jeremy.
Who's Jeremy? Oh, the kid.
The dead kid. Yeah. And they start getting everybody into the mess hall. Yeah. And then Nick and Gary, one of the other counselors. I liked Gary.
Yeah, he was fun.
I was like, aw.
Yeah, he was scared too. He didn't want to go out.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, we have to go do something? I don't want to do that.
There's a killer out there.
There's a killer out there.
Yeah,
I'm like, Gary.
That's why we have to go.
Yeah, I'm like, Gary, I get you, buddy.
But there's still 30 kids out there that they have to find.
They have to go find the other kids, and they're trying to find the other counselors because they can't find anybody else.
But I mean, if they can't find them.
And so they're going around
Tommy's probably not going to.
Yeah. So they're going around trying to find them because they're like, we've got to find Tommy and Cindy and Alice and Arnie. And it's like, oh, you don't know. You don't know what's happening. Yeah. And also Joan and this other guy. We're going to say Will because...
Sure. Will.
Or Keith. Whoever you called him, whatever it was before.
Will Keith.
So anyway, they're like, we can't find them. Where could they be? Yeah. Oh, where do you think they are?
Yep. They're having some good times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where we see big butt shots of him.
Yep. So we got more sex. We got more drugs. And then blonde guy goes off to take a shower after he's done. Yeah. And Joan, the hippie girl, is like, I'm just going to sit here smoke a doobie. Mm-hmm. Right by the window. And I'm like, she's about to get killed through that window.
Sex and drugs.
But she did not get killed through the window. No. She walks out of the room and realizes the door's open. That's weird. Yeah. And then she looks out there and she's like, but there's nothing here. Of course there's not. It's inside with you, you dummy. And of course it is. There's Tommy. Yeah.
She gets
axed to the face. And he just walks out. And it's like, oh, well, there she goes.
She's done.
And why did he not go after the guy in the shower?
I'd forgotten why.
Because...
You had to explain it to me.
Yeah, because they only go after people from Shadyside.
Right.
Shadyside is the cursed town.
So they're the ones that strung up the witch?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently. I don't know. We're going to find out more, I guess in the third movie.
Guess we'll find out.
So, yeah. She's dead.
Yeah, she did.
Back down in the cave, we have Cindy and Alice. Cindy finds Alice and she's like, "Oh, girl, your leg looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take this pad and just wrap it up."
Yeah, I'll set it and wrap it.
Set it and wrap it. I'm like,
Yep.
honestly, that's not the worst
a good idea. Yeah.
And she I feel like she had something because she made like a makeshift splint.
Yeah.
And it looked kind of like the handle of a knife.
Could be.
And then I'm like, okay, but why didn't you use that knife to stab that heart thing? Because that would have been...
I don't know why they didn't stab that thing, man.
I would have stabbed that thing first thing. I would have been like, what is this? It needs to die. There should not be a beating heart.
Nope.
Not attached to anything.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of a cave.
Yeah, you gotta stab that.
And it was big, too.
It was huge.
So...
This is gross.
Nasty.
Stab it.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
So, yeah, she makes a little splint for her, and they talk. I don't remember what they talk about. They just make up. They're friends again.
Please be friends. I snitched on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I should have been better. I could have had more fun and done more things.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so yeah, they're talking, and then she realizes, oh, wait, what is this moss on the ground here? It's
All
the
along
same...
the walls and everything.
It's the same stuff that was in the toilet.
Yeah.
That was in the bathrooms. We must be close to it.
Oh my gosh.
So they're looking around trying to figure out where the bathrooms are.
Yeah.
Then more kids get killed.
Yep,
Because there's the other jail.
In the jail.
There's the other jail.
Yeah, that sucked too. Hated that.
Yep, because that was like 4 of them, and it was like, oh.
Cute, innocent, sweet kids not doing anything.
Right?
They were not any part of the story. It's just watching kids get killed for the shock value, I guess.
It was bad.
It's like, oh boy.
Yep.
Hated it.
Anyway, so, yep, that happens. And then Gary and Ziggy are in... They have to go. Ziggy has to go try to find Sheila.
Yeah, she realized
because
her friends accosted her.
Yeah, the friends are like, "Where is Sheila, you witch?" And she's like, "Oh crap, I left her in the bathroom."
I mean, she's probably pretty safe.
Well, she's very safe considering that she's from Sunnyvale. So
that's true. She wouldn't have been in trouble anyway.
She would have been completely fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she goes off to help her. To get her out of the bathroom. And, of course, she tries to choke her because she's like, how dare you put these bugs on me?
Yeah.
And then Gary comes in, stops her.
Well, she punches her in the face,
that's right.
knocks her out.
And then Gary's like, we got to get back to the mess hall.
Yeah.
And
then they hear Cindy's voice.
Something underneath the toilet.
Yeah.
And she's like, my sister's in the toilet. Yeah. She opens it up and she sees her down in the cave.
Yeah.
Which, that just means that they've just been...
pooping in a cave.
They've just been pooping in a cave the whole time.
And it's like off center from the cave. Like,
yeah.
They didn't even like dig it down. They just like, it's pretty much there. It's not...
And it's only one toilet.
Whoever made this camp is so lazy.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're like, oh, well, we gotta go...
Oh, yeah, it was just one toilet over the thing, huh?
Yeah.
There was a lot of poop everywhere, though. I think maybe they were lined up there. I could be wrong.
I don't know, but you could only see one. So they're like, we gotta get him out of there. We'll just take this bucket. We've got some rope. We'll just...
Lower down
the bucket. So Alice gets in the bucket, and they're hauling her up. And then Tommy shows up, decapitates Gary.
Yeah, one swipe.
Bye, Gary.
Yeah.
And
rough go for Gary.
That drops Alice back onto the ground.
With she gets messed up.
Poor little broken foot.
Yeah.
Or broken leg. And then, to make matters worse, Gary's body falls through the toilet.
Yeah.
And lands on her broken leg.
He cannot catch a break.
And they're just like, oh my gosh, this is decapitated Gary. Get him off my foot. Yep. Get him off my leg. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Ziggy runs out. She's trying to get away from Tommy, and she runs into Nick.
Yeah.
And they're like, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. The buses. We're gonna try to get all the kids onto the buses. And because he had run into the blonde counselor guy. Because he found the 4 kids that had been killed.
Yeah.
And he had blood all on his hands and everything. And then the other counselor comes up and he's like, oh my gosh, Joan's been killed. There's a murderer. And then he looks down and sees that Nick has blood all on his hands. He's like, oh my God. He's like, no, it wasn't me. We need to get all the kids out of here, onto the bus, go to the mess hall, make sure they're all okay. In so many minutes, ring the bell, and then we're all going to get on the bus and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay, I got it. So he runs off, and that's when he runs into Ziggy. Nick runs into Ziggy. They go into the snake spider room, whatever.
Back in there again.
They go back in there again. It's like, geez, is this the only
first blossomed
building in here?
Yeah.
And they hide.
Yeah, behind just a bench.
Yeah, they just hide behind a bench. Exactly. Yeah. So Tommy comes in there. He's sniffing around for him, I guess. Mm-hmm. And he sees where there's some blood on the ground, but they had already moved. And then he smashes one of the terrariums, and it's the one with the snake. So the snake starts slithering around. He's like, hey, just kind of come check on you. Climbs all over Ziggy and everything. And I think Nick was about to like take it, or try to get it off of her, when Tommy pulls her up by her hair.
Yeah.
And so she...
And that's the last we see of the snake.
Yeah, that's the last we see of the snake. Where did it go?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's the unsolved mystery of this case.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where'd you come from?
Cottonmouth Joe.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. Good one. So, yeah. I hope it wasn't a cottonmouth.
That would have been real dangerous. Not sure why we have that at a kid's camp.
Exactly. So anyway, we never see the snake again. Mm-hmm. And then
he tries to chop her up.
Tommy tries to kill Ziggy, but Nick like jumps in front of her, and that's when he chops Nick's leg.
Yeah, takes an axe to the leg. Yikes. The one that decapitated Gary.
That would have to break his leg.
Couldn't chop through his leg, or Okay. But it just caused a little flesh wound, I guess.
I guess so.
Looked bad.
It did look bad.
But he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. And he's like, go, run! So Ziggy runs out. And of course, he just keeps walking on because he's not going to kill Nick.
Yeah, he ain't going to go after him.
Because Nick's from Sunnyvale. That's
right.
So, anyway. So he goes... Oh, she runs out and she sees the bus is leaving. Yeah. So at least Counselor and the other kids got away.
Hooray.
So if there were any other any other Shady Side kids there.
They didn't get all the kids though. They still were missing like 30 kids.
They got all the ones that were in the mess hall.
Yeah. So there's still like 30 kids out there just like
hiding somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. But I guess they can go get the police and them.
Exactly. So they head on out, and she's like, "Oh, I was kind of gonna get on that bus, but I guess I'll just stay here."
Yep. This is where my destiny is.
Guess so. So underground, Alice realizes that the stone that they've been pooping on, I guess, is Satan's stone.
Yeah.
It's like you're really just gonna
real great
poop on Satan's stone. Okay.
I can't believe who built this camp is ridiculous.
Who built this camp?
I don't understand this camp.
So she's like, oh, well, maybe since this is where she cut off her hand, maybe her hand is nearby. So she starts searching for it. And then Cindy, of course, has found another way out. It's this little grated place at
the kitchen.
In the mess hall.
Yeah.
And she can't get through it, though, because,
it's bolted down. So she's like, well, I guess I can, just kick it or whatever. I'll scream for help first. Yeah. Hey, I'm down here. Ziggy walks in, doesn't hear her, and immediately she also turns
on the music.
Yeah.
I still don't know why she turned it on.
I don't know either. Maybe she was trying to confuse him. Her movement or something. I don't know. It didn't work.
Doesn't explain it. Really.
I mean, it kind of worked until I don't know why the radio stopped.
Yeah,
because it just like randomly it would play for a little while and then
ran out of batteries. I guess.
But the button went up at that point. Like
I don't know.
Like it was just set on a timer.
It was Sarah Fear. It was Sarah. The bitch.
Yeah, she did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she ran to the supply closet.
Yes, so she runs in. Of course, she runs in, turns on the music, runs into the back, passes by where Cindy is yelling, but can't hear her because the music's so loud.
Even with the music, she still would have heard it.
Exactly.
And she got a knife from the drawer, right beside the grate.
It's like okay.
Come on.
Okay,
you would have at least seen her right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. So he follows her bloody footprints into the closet.
Yeah.
And she's behind him. He thinks that she's in like this storage closet or not, in like a little cabinet or something at the far end.
Right.
So he starts walking that way, but she's actually behind him. And she's got the knife, of course.
Yep.
And that's when the music goes off.
Yeah.
Conveniently right then.
Yeah. Here's
and also
creak.
Tommy never heard Cindy trying to like break out of the grate because she's like tying it perfectly with him chopping through the door of the storage place.
Yeah, he had to get through the door.
It was a lot. Yeah,
it was a lot of suspension of disbelief.
So anyway, the music goes off and he turns around and she just stabs him in the chest. So good job.
Yeah.
He's still alive though. He tries to choke her out. She grabs like this burlap sack and sticks it over his head.
Tries to choke him with it, kind of.
And then it just sticks to him.
Yeah.
Because I guess magic? I don't know.
He likes it.
It stuck to him for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. So was he in the first movie as one of the killers?
Yes.
Okay.
He was one of the killers he's the one who killed Simon, I think, because he gets killed with an axe.
I forgot it. Oh, Simon.
Because, yes, the blonde kid. Because when they're in the store, he gets killed with the axe.
He's the running guy.
Yeah.
They were just like, we got to get this bag on him somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Yeah, we got to get this bag on him because we had the bag on him in the first movie.
Yeah, just make it stick. I don't know.
Whatever.
He's bloody, I guess.
So yeah, it stuck to him.
Yeah.
But she gets away and he's still coming after her. And then Cindy, of course, has made it out of the grate. And she comes up and she stabs him. And he falls down, because she stabs him several times, so he falls down dead?
Question mark?
And then they sit there and they talk.
Oh my gosh, that's so annoying.
Right next to his body. And I'm
I
like,
love you. You're a great daughter.
You're a great sister.
Oh my god, did I tell you you're my daughter?
Even though you're like 2 years younger than me. So yeah, they sit there and talk for the longest time. And I was sitting there like, I'm just waiting for one of them to get an axe through the head because they're right next to his body. And he's going to pop up. He's going to axe one of them.
Gonna kill somebody.
But it didn't happen. I was surprised. Nope. Instead, Alice pops up.
Yeah.
And she's like, I found the hand. Yeah. So there we go. She found the hand.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, well, we've got to go out and we've got to take this to the hanging tree so that we can
reunite it.
So that we can reunite it with the body that's buried there. So like, all right, we're going to do that. Alice, you stay here. She's like, nuh-uh. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going with you because reasons that I don't remember.
Because I've got a broken leg and I can do this.
Yeah, and blah, blah, blah. And okay, let's go. And then
I'm going to stay on the other side of the room from you while we have this conversation. And y'all can't see anybody around me.
Yeah, she gets chopped because he comes up behind her. Because he's not dead. Of course he's not.
Well, we saw his finger moved when they left the room.
Yeah.
Like, of course he's... And I believe this was around the time when we saw the beating heart give birth to...
Yeah, and it's because while they were like looking at the hand, Ziggy bleeds onto it.
Bled on it, yeah.
So she bled on the hand, which means that they're going to be coming for her.
Yeah.
So, because I put... She bled on the hand, because of course she did.
Yep.
So, yeah, Alice gets killed, of course. And all the killers have come back now.
Yep.
Which means, of course, you've got Tommy coming. You've got all these other people coming.
Got Ruby Lane. You got little boy in overalls.
The milkman.
Milkman. You got weird guy whose head keeps reforming somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bandages.
There's a bunch of them.
All your favorites.
Yeah, all your favorites. Back again.
Yeah.
So they're all there. They run off to the
hanging tree.
Hanging tree.
Yeah.
Do they not decapitate him, Tommy, at some point?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But then I guess
I think it was right after they killed.
I think it was after he killed Alice.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why won't you die?"
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
she takes the shovel and just decapitates him.
Yes, that's what it is with the shovel. And then they take the shovel and they go try to dig up this dead body, but there's not a dead body there.
Nope, it's a rock.
It's not there.
And it says, what does it say? The witch is gone or something.
I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
No witch here.
No witch here. Sorry. Your witch is in another castle.
Yeah. So they just drop the hand.
So yeah, they just drop the hand there and they're like, well, at least we can put the hand here, I guess.
Yeah.
And here come all the bad guys.
Yeah.
And Cindy's like, Ziggy is coming after you because you're the one who bled on the hand.
Yeah.
So they're all coming after you. And you need to run.
I don't know what her plan was.
You need to get away. I'm going to hold him off.
No, she wasn't.
There's no way she's going to hold him off. They're coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, she just starts getting axed in the chest.
Yeah.
And Ziggy starts running away, but she doesn't get very far, and she gets stabbed.
She gets stabbed.
So they're both this was just gratuitous violence.
It was too much. It was dumb.
Yeah.
They just kept chopping her in the chest, like, okay. And they just kept stabbing her. Okay, guys. Like,
we get it. You're stabbing them.
Maybe if you hadn't put us through the kid murder earlier, I would be more forgiving. But at this point, I'm just like, you're trying too hard. Yeah. Like, you're just trying to just shock everybody. It's just, I don't know.
So anyway, they both go down. They both die.
Yeah.
And they're just like a few inches away from each other. Their hands are outstretched.
Trying to bump fists.
Trying to fist bump. Trying to, reach each other.
Yeah.
And then Nick shows up.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. All the things, since Ziggy's dead, that's done.
They all
disappear.
Out. Even Tommy, I guess.
Yep. And then he shows up and starts CPR.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah, it shouldn't. Because CPR is supposed to circulate blood. She has numerous knife wounds to where I don't know that would work. Probably make things worse.
I was going to say...
She has lost blood. That's her issue.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would think that if he got her heart going again, it would just be pumping more blood out.
Yes, it would be. And she doesn't have enough at this point to even really pump. So,
but somehow, miraculously, he saves her life.
And yeah, it's the whole do CPR and they wake up magically. They're not going to usually. Don't expect to do CPR and they're magically going to wake up while you're doing it. That's insane.
So anyway,
she lives.
And she's fine.
Yep.
Multiple stab wounds, but she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, her sister's dead.
Yeah.
And she's like, it was the witch. And he's like...
You know it is, Nick.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm going to have to become the sheriff someday, so I can't have this, on my record.
Yeah.
So...
He's like 15. Like, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you already thinking about being... I guess his dad was, so...
Yeah, his dad was the sheriff.
That's a big burden on him, but that's stupid.
Anyway, so yeah, that was it. And that means that C. Berman is actually Ziggy, not her sister.
Her real name is
Christine. So it wasn't Cindy C. Berman. It was Christine Berman.
And Gilly's like, my sister died right there. And they're like, you were Ziggy?
You were Ziggy the whole time?
Which is, I had a problem with this because this takes place in 1978. Gillian Jacobs is not that old. She wasn't even born at that point. She was born in 1982. I was like, she is way too young to be at camp in 1978.
The first movie takes place in 1994 though.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it. Because I thought it was today and
no.
I was like, this is insane.
No, because the first one was Fear Street Part 1, 1994.
Okay. Because there was the whole mall thing.
Yeah.
They have malls anywhere. Yeah. I feel a little better now.
There you go.
Because I was so
there's no way.
She wasn't at camp in 1978. That's crazy.
It's like she would be 60.
Yeah. And I thought for sure, as soon as they got a story, what's her name was going to be untied from the radiator.
And just killing everybody.
And just standing over the other two, just killing them. And Gilly just comes out and like, and that's my story. Oh my God. How long have you been killing them?
I blacked out.
Okay, fair enough. You got me. You got them. You're pretty good.
But no, they actually never show Sam again.
No, yeah.
She's still in the bathroom, I guess.
She's rattling around down there, but... Major Tom somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully
not
still in the
closet. Not causing any problems. He's a good dog. What a good boy.
Anyway, so yeah, she was Ziggy.
Yeah.
And she never really talked to Nick again after that. So their little budding romance.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Just gone kaput there.
Yeah. And she just became a hermit.
So they're like, well, we can still reunite the body with the hand. And she's like, but the body wasn't there. And they're like, we found the body.
Yeah.
We know where the body is.
We know where it is.
And because they found it in the first movie. And so they're like, where's the hand at so that we can bury it with the body? And she's like, it's still at the hanging tree, which is in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, what was that?
Why did they build the mall over the hanging
This
tree?
town's insane. Like,
why didn't they just chop that tree down?
Why didn't they burn the city? This city's terrible. The people in charge of building things in this city are bad at their jobs and should be fired immediately. So, yeah.
Also, surely they had to go down into that cave. Surely they went down in that cave and grabbed Gary's body because his body was still down there.
Yeah, right?
Would they not have... surely somebody would have gone down there and go, this is a weird place. And then walked around and seen that beating heart.
Explore this, yeah. Or at least come out in the witch's hut or whatever and be like, oh crap, this is weird.
Well, I mean, there was the cave in, so they couldn't go back out through that.
Yeah, I guess
But still, surely. Somehow.
I mean, I guess the police are terrible at this city anyway.
Obviously.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the hanging tree's in the middle of the mall, as hanging trees are, I guess. I don't know. So I put, who thought that was a good idea?
Was it called Hanging Tree Mall?
I don't know.
Should have been called Hanging Tree Mall.
If it's not, then it should be. It's probably just Shady Side Mall or something.
Probably.
But anyway, the hand is there because they dig it up. They've got the hand. Ziggy calls Nick and is like, I don't know what she tells him. Oh, she doesn't tell him anything.
She tells him,
like,
hey, this is... She wanted to talk to Nick, and then they're like, somebody's calling you about the Judy Blume Club.
Yeah, because they talked about they were going to start a Judy Blume book club.
Yeah, they didn't need Stephen King anymore because they'd been through all this crap.
Exactly. So. And so he's like, oh, I better go see what Ziggy needs.
Yeah.
And that's it on there.
Yeah, we don't see
we don't know what happens. Guess maybe in the third movie we'll know.
Yeah.
So then Dina and Josh take the hand to the body. Well, actually, Dina just goes by herself because Josh, she's like, you stay in the car.
Locks him in the car.
And he's like, your nose is bleeding. Uh-oh. So yeah, she leaves him in the car, goes out there, reunites the hand with the body, and then she somehow gets teleported back into 1666. She's in the body of Sarah Fear. Yeah. And that's where it ends.
That's it. Yep.
So the part 3 movie takes place in 1666.
The origin of Sarah Fear.
So we get to see all of that.
How that went down.
Yeah, and it showed a little preview, and there were all of these different people who were in the other movies playing
They're back, baby.
different people in that time. So you can see Sam, Simon was there, Josh is there, of course Dina's Sarah Fear. I'm pretty sure Nick, the old Nick, is in there.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Honestly,
Ziggy too. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
A bunch of them are back.
Yep.
So
we'll see if it gets resolved or if it's going to turn into more.
I think Tommy Slater was there too. I think I saw him.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He had like real greasy hair.
Oh yeah, he was.
He looked real emo. He looked real the Batman. Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be the next one whenever we decide to do that one.
So what'd you think about the second entry into the series?
Did not like the child killing.
I really didn't like that.
So because of that, I think it made me like the first one better.
Yeah. And even like those kids dying, I was even on the fence on that one. To like, oh man, they seem kind of young, but it's close enough, I guess. But then this one just was too much. But I thought the acting was really good. Yeah. Really great actors in this. So
that's true.
That's good. That girl from Stranger Things is really good. She's a good actress. Yep. I'm calling it now. She's going to be something someday. If she does, y'all owe me money. I don't know why. But.
She is really good. And speaking of Stranger Things, the new season will be coming out at the end of this month.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Well, the first part of the next season.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're splitting it into two parts. But I think the other episodes come out like a couple of weeks after or something.
When did the last season come out?
It a long time ago. It was.
I think it's hurt my drive to see Stranger Things because I heard it was coming. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll check it out just because I liked season 2 and I just I'm not that excited for some reason.
Yeah.
Because it's just been so long.
It has been a very long time. It was, okay, so the third season was like summer of 2019.
Mm-hmm. So that's a while.
Because it came out July 4th, 2019, because it was like set in summer.
Yeah. And maybe it's because of COVID. Maybe that's why. So, yeah. I mean, it's not their fault, but...
Yeah, but...
I'm sure I'll enjoy it once it's out.
Yeah, and each episode is supposed to be a lot longer than...
Oh, really?
Than they were before in the other seasons.
Okay. So. I just hope they're all as good as that one episode where Eleven goes into the city and joins the group of teens like her.
Oh my gosh.
Weird episode.
Oh my goodness. So
Dressed in all black. Slick back hair.
They're split in, let's see, there are 9 episodes and...
Total or in each part?
In season 4.
Okay.
And the first...
Oh wait, there's been 3 seasons?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot.
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, the first half of the season is coming out May 27th. The second half is coming out July 1st.
Right around Obi-Wan time.
Oh, yeah. It comes... May 27th is the day that Obi-Wan comes out.
Oh,
man. The first 2 episodes. They're going to be competing with each other.
Who will win? They'll probably get watched. They're both TV shows.
It's going to be 2 episodes of Obi-Wan and maybe like 4 episodes of Stranger Things. You can get through that.
Just crank that out, baby.
Real quick.
Yep.
It's going to be like a weekend. Yeah. Everybody's going to be caught up with everything.
That's a Thursday for me, baby.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah. So I'm hoping in the next one, less kid killing. Let's try for that. Because I think it could be real interesting.
Yeah.
I like a good old Plymouth Rock time thing or whatever it was. I don't know. Puritan time, settlements.
It's going to be
scary movies. It's
going to be like Salem Witch Trials era kind of thing like that.
Did you ever watch The Witch?
Yes.
How'd you like that?
Not a fan.
I enjoyed it. It was weird.
It was okay, I guess. It's just, I don't know. It's not my kind of thing.
I think I was just in the right mood for it. I think I just watched The Haunting of Bleak House or something. I was like, I'm going to go watch The Witch. And it caught me in the right mood.
Plus, like, the woman who plays the mother was in Game of Thrones, and I hated her character because she was Lysa Arryn. She was the woman who was still like breastfeeding her child when he was like 10 years old.
The one with the hole and they throw people down. Yeah,
gross. Okay. And so now whenever I see her, that's all I can see.
Yeah,
is her. Yeah, just breastfeeding her kid way past the time when he should be weaned. It's like. If she hadn't, spoilers, if she hadn't died, he probably would have just kept going until he was in his 20s.
Yeah, probably.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was gross.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I saw her, I was like, ugh. It's like, I know she's not the same character, but ugh.
All right. Well, we're back to having snacks this week.
Yep.
Since we have a little time, a little shorter this time, so let's reward ourselves with a snack. Hopefully. I can't imagine you're going to hate this. I've had these before a few years ago.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
but they're fun, and I just wanted to do it because I like them. Sometimes it's for me.
I mean, we've had stuff before that I've had before, and stuff that we've both had before. We had Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, that was a good episode.
I mean, come on. Yeah. We've both had Coke.
We broke some new ground on that.
I mean, come on. We both had Skittles.
God, I love Skittles now.
Yeah.
Did you see those apology videos they made? Like, it's comedy.
Oh,
apologies.
No.
Yeah. They're like,
was it about the green apple ones?
Yeah, like, oh, we didn't realize people like lime so much or something like that. Sorry if we took away lime. That's our bad, y'all. But it's
okay, because they brought it back.
That's right.
Apology accepted, Skittles.
But anyway, this week we have Firework Oreos.
Yeah, it's Oreos with popping candy.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of popping candy. You a big fan?
I like it fine.
It's the only
candy. I used to like it a lot when I was little, but, you know.
It's the only candy that is okay to eat and then eat with your mouth open. Because everybody wants to hear the popping.
Because everybody's like, oh, listen to that popping.
Are you popping? I'm popping. And yeah. All right. How do you eat an Oreo?
Oh, I stick the whole thing in my mouth.
Whole thing.
Because I'm a monster.
I do too, usually.
Okay. And sometimes I'll just bite straight into it instead of sticking the whole thing in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not one of these who's it's like, let me just twist it and lick it. Because I'm like, what's the point? You're just going to stick it right back together. Right?
It's kind of fun, though. It's kind of fun to lick the cream and then put it back together. You don't lick it once. You get the cream off.
But then you're just stuck with the cookie.
They're good cookies.
Yeah, but
they're chocolate cookies.
But I like the cookie with the cream.
Oh, that's fun. Ah. It's hard. It doesn't get as poppy as fast with the cream.
I didn't even hear it. Oh, I heard one pop then.
Yeah, some of them are really big.
I'm sure that looks beautiful too with bits of Oreo.
So cute. Mm-hmm. It's like a black chasm.
It's the witch's cave.
I like those cookies just together without the cream. It's good. It's a good solid hit of chocolate. Oreos are really good. I don't know if anybody's ever said that before.
I like just plain Oreos by themselves.
Yeah? Are you not digging the poppin' candy?
I'd rather just have plain Oreos. I love plain Oreos so much.
They're really good.
I'm okay with like plain Oreos, do not like double stuffed or anything.
Yeah.
Double stuffed is good.
Double stuffed is too much.
But I feel like it's a little too much.
It is.
I like just the plain Oreo.
Yeah. I don't like the thin ones that they did.
I don't think I've ever had the thin ones, but
they're
also
fine.
like the mini Oreos. Those are good.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good. Yeah.
Now, what's good is when you take those mini Oreos. I mean, you can do it with regular Oreos, too. And then you get some cookie butter, which you've never tried.
Yeah.
And then you dip your Oreo in your cookie butter.
No, haven't I tried it?
I don't know. Maybe you have.
Wasn't it? I feel like it was in one of the snacks or something. Or something very similar to it.
There may have been something cookie butter in one of them.
Maybe. Anyway.
But I don't buy cookie butter in Oreos because if I did, I would eat them all the time. And it's not good for you.
So I should probably come clean that there was another flavor there that was like caramel macchiato Oreos or something like that. It was like a new flavor. And I was like, I could get that, but, I'm not the biggest coffee fan. Mm-hmm. And I want to eat all of these once we're done with the podcast. So. Fair enough. I don't want to get one that I don't want to eat all of. So I was like, firework? And we loosely associated the fireworks with the camp. Yeah,
because what makes you think of summer camp more than fireworks? I guess.
I mean, there's no adults there, apparently. You can do whatever.
It took place in July, and July 4th, although it was like the 12th, but still. Maybe they had fireworks there earlier.
Sure. All right, so what are you gonna grade these? This is very important.
I'm gonna give them a 7.
Ooh, 7, that's good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go...
because they're still Oreos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to go too far on an Oreo.
Yeah.
Regular Oreo is probably like 10 for me. But, so this being a 7, not really the best, but, I mean, I'm still going to eat them.
I do agree that they're not as good as regular Oreos, but only because of the having to crunch all the hard candy in there. If it just went straight from the cream to the poppin', I'm sold. I would eat a regular Oreo that popped in my mouth constantly without me having to bite through a bunch of candy. So make that happen somehow. That isn't possible.
Think that is possible, but you can try.
Make it happen, guys. You have these laboratories to make these happen, so I want to see it.
So do it, Oreo. Come on, Nabisco. You can do it.
I will buy a package. That is my solemn oath to you.
You will buy one pack of them.
I will get one package. You're welcome.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna give it. I think they're fun. I think it still tastes really good. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
So yeah, good job, Oreos. Good job, Firework. Good job, America. Sorry, Hydrox.
Step up your game.
Yeah, put some junk in there. Do they still make Hydrox?
Surely they do.
Surely.
But
I don't know. All right. Do they make Hydrox? Let us know.
Which came first, the Oreo or the Hydrox?
The Hydrox did.
Oh.
Yep. Everybody thinks the Oreo did, and the Hydrox just off-brand of it, but nope. Hydrox came first. Oreo ripped them off.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Probably did a little better. Sorry, Hydrox. Love you.
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you. Let us know, though, whatever I just said. What's your favorite flavor of Oreo? We're very
Flavored
tired.
favor.
Flavored favor.
It's 10 p.m.
Yeah. We've had a long day.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know on Twitter at Having Fun
Cast.
or on Facebook at Having Fun Pod.
You got it. Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. And we also have that new video up of us trying snacks from
Israel?
Okay.
And
yeah, we're expecting another one soon.
yeah, we're expecting I just checked my email. The next box is arriving Tuesday.
Ooh.
So the day that this comes out, hopefully.
Nice.
And it's from UK. So
Yeah.
and some United Kingdom snacks.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
Pip Pip Cheerio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if it's all Cheerios?
Okay.
Do they still make cinnamon apple Cheerios?
Apple cinnamon Cheerios.
No, I did it the other way.
Then no.
Oh, what a shame.
I'm pretty sure they do
they?
because I feel no. I usually get the Honey Nut Cheerios.
That is not even close.
That is not even close. I realize that now.
Well, we're tired.
Oh,
Well, everybody, go out and have fun, and we will talk to you next week. So long.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Good night.
Adieu.
Goodbye.